guys, and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the A Word, Series 1, Episodes 3 and 4, and I hope you enjoy. So this is Episode 3, Series 1. Here in this episode we see the family are involving a speech and language therapist to help Joe successfully communicate within his family. We see him then later on in the scene interacting with his family. The therapist is saying some information that is getting Joe totally overwhelmed by the constant surge of information. It is about having an exchange of communication both ways. As for somebody on the spectrum like myself, you can get very overwhelmed by the lighting, the overwhelm of the information, the way it's presented, the way it's asked. It can be very, very overwhelming mentally, sensory processing, physical processing. Here we see Joe getting overwhelmed by the lighting and the noises. Being that environment is just too much sensory input for him to deal with. And then, so from my autistic perspective with that, when you are out in public and you ask an autistic person what they like, or what they like to eat, or how are they, all them kind of open-ended questions, it gives the autistic person a lot to think about and process and reply to, because you're asking them multiple questions at one time. Keep it short, keep it simple. Don't give them too much to think about, because you're doing them an over process, because the autistic brain takes a while to catch up with. So yeah, just be careful with the way that you approach autistic children, autistic adults, and the way that you ask things about us. Make sure that you give the autistic person a way to get a quiet room, make themselves a way out so they don't have to be stuck in the room being socially awkward, or stuck with people they may not know, or they may not know what to say. So on to episode 4. In today's episode, season 1, episode 4, Alison has joined the parents' reading group at the local school. Alison has set up a sleepover with 4 friends of Joe from the school. I think that this was done to enable Joe's communication skills. We see Joe then starting to be unwell and physically throwing himself on the floor and not coping with it. This to me shows that he didn't want to be around people. He was overwhelmed by the amount of people at his house. He was getting sensory processing. A lot of questions were being asked towards him. He just couldn't cope. It's important to maybe do a visual story about this, and maybe giving him a visual script so he can know who the people were. He can know what they possibly looked like and what they're having to eat, because their parents did them just some really snacky food that you kind of do at a party. So always make sure they have something visually to see to enable the interaction. And then they were talking about emotions and how Joe recognised that his mum wasn't feeling right, and that it was a case of that he had to try and lip read how Alison was feeling and thinking. And then he talked to his uncle, Grandad Morris, who was talking to his son Eddie, and Morris has been found out he's been dating a lady called Louise, and Louise gets to meet Joe and the rest of the family. That's another face for Joe to meet, and to meet someone who he doesn't really know that well. And yeah, it causes a lot of sensory issues and physical processing. So again, keep the small group small. Don't introduce new people before the autistic person is ready. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this review. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!